Okay, you guys are good to go.
We're good?
Good luck.
All right, I got my phone ready for the life totals too. Good call on that. Yeah, good luck. Let's
Yeah. Good luck.
have a good time. Don't make me discard everything.
What else am I supposed to do? Kill everything?
I'm starting with a Wirewood Symbiote.
Okay.
It's all you.
Okay. I'll draw. I'm gonna play a swamp and rescue.
Okay. I have a Kamal Fist of Krosa, a Priest of Titania, Forest, Guy's Cradle.
All right. Big whiff.
Big whiff. Come
Go
on,
ahead.
survival off the top.
Yeah.
Come on. All right. Well, I will attack for 1 damage,
Yep. 19.
and I'll play a Priest of Titania and
Okay.
pass the turn.
Draw. Play a factory. I will cast Innocent Blood.
Well, that's a tricky one. All right, I'll sack the Priest.
Okay. I'll play the rack.
You got it.
Go ahead.
I got 4 cards in my hand.
Okay.
I'll draw. Attack for 1 damage,
18.
and I will play a land
Okay.
and pass the turn.
Those are all basic forests.
Those are all basic forests.
Alrighty. I'll play a swamp and another rack
Uh-oh.
and
Better
pass
keep
you.
my cards in my hand. I'll draw a card. All right. I will we have 3 lands and 2 racks. I will pass the turn.
Okay. Draw. So what's the wording on symbiote again?
I can return an elf to my hand. That's
Okay.
that's the cost, and
Okay.
the effect is to untap a creature.
Untap a
and
creature.
Yeah, so once per turn clause.
Okay. I'll play a swamp. I'll cast Innocent Blood.
You killed him. Well, he killed himself.
I guess so.
Damn suicidal insect.
I'll animate the factory
Okay,
and swing.
I'll go to 18.
And I'll pass to you.
Sure, draw. All right, I'll play a forest number 4.
Yep.
And I'll cast a Masticore
You got it.
and pass the turn.
Draw. How many cards in hand?
I have 4.
Play a swamp. I'm gonna play another rack.
Okay.
And pass to you.
All right, I'll untap. So my trigger goes on the stack first, then yours. So
Yep.
the racks will resolve. I have 4 cards in my hand. And then I will discard a squee
Sure.
to the Masticore.
Yep.
And I will draw for my turn. And I would like to, yeah, I'll attack with the Masticore.
No blocks. 14.
I'll play Survival of the Fittest.
Yep, you got it.
Then I will discard the Kamal to the survival.
Okay.
I'm gonna get a I get a no, I get it's a little tricky, but I'll get a Quarian Ranger,
Okay.
and then I will cast the Quarian Ranger,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna cut the deck. So you just tell me which one to go on top.
One on top.
Sure. So I'll cast the Quarian Ranger,
Okay.
and then I'd like to return a forest to untap the Masticore.
Sure.
And then I will. How many cards do you have in your hand?
I have one.
I'll play a Geist Cradle,
Okay.
and then I will pass the turn.
At the end of your turn, I'm gonna Funeral Charm the Quarian Ranger +2/-1.
Okay, I already used the ability, so I will let him die.
Okay. Untap and draw. Play a Wasteland. I'll Wasteland the Cradle.
Sure.
And pass to you.
Okay, so untap. We'll stack it. So Masticore goes on the stack first, then the Squee, then your racks. So I'm going to take 3 damage from the 3 racks.
Okay.
So I'll go to 15. That's correct, right? We're the same.
You have 2. You have 2 cards right now.
I have 2 cards. Yeah.
Okay. Yep.
Then the Squee will go to my hand.
Yep.
And then I'll discard a forest to the Masticore.
Okay.
And draw a card. You have
That's
0
correct.
cards in hand, correct? Okay, I'll attack for 4.
No blocks. 10.
Okay. I will discard the Squee.
Yep.
And I'll get another Quarian Ranger.
Okay.
I think I'm going to use Survival again, so give me a second. If I don't, I'll present the deck to cut.
Sure.
I'll cast the Quarian Ranger.
Yep.
Then I'll return a forest to untap the Masticore.
Okay.
And then I will play the forest.
Yep.
Then I will Survival. I'll get rid of Llanowar Elf.
Okay.
And I'll get a Wirewood Symbiote and cast that.
Okay.
And I have 1 card in my hand.
Alrighty.
And it's unknown, and I'll pass the turn.
Okay.
And then I'll give you an option for cutting.
Sure.
There you go.
1 on top.
Sure.
I'll draw.
It's all you.
Draw and pass.
On your end step, I'll return a forest
Okay.
to untap itself. Untap. So we'll put again the Masticore on the stack first, the Squee,
Okay.
then your racks.
Yep.
I think before any of the racks will go through, I'll return the Ranger to my hand.
Okay.
With the Symbiote. So I've used the Symbiote this turn now.
All right. Sounds good.
Then we'll resolve the 3 racks, so they don't deal any because I have 3 cards in hand.
Yep.
And then I'll return the Squee. And then I'll discard a forest to the Masticore.
Okay.
And then draw for my turn.
Yep.
Okay. And you have 1 card in hand?
That's correct.
Okay. I'll attack with the Masticore.
No blocks. Go to 6.
Right. I will discard the Squee.
Yep.
I'll get a Multani's Acolyte.
Okay.
Oh, hope that wasn't an expensive card.
What's that?
I sometimes I shuffle and the card got mashed up a little bit.
Oh.
So I just like looked at it and pray it wasn't a Cradle.
Not Cradle.
It was a deranged tournament, so I'm okay with that.
That's slightly less valuable, yeah.
Because those are like MP.
Okay.
So I don't mind those. All right, 1 and 2.
One on top.
Yeah, I did that with a wasteland, and I put a big like bend mark in it. I was a little sad. Like it flew up in the air, and I went to catch it. I don't know why. You just kind of react to it. And I went to catch it, and I like smushed it against my shirt. And I said, "Oh man!" All right, before I get sidetracked too much, I'll play a forest.
Yep.
And cast the Multani's Acolyte.
Yep, you got it.
And then I'll draw a card. And yeah, and then I can't do anything else. So I'll pass the turn after that.
Okay, how many cards in hand?
I have 3.
Okay. I'll draw. I will cast Chain of Smog targeting you.
So I have to discard 2.
Yep.
And you can potentially
you can copy it for free back to me, and then it can go back and forth.
That's very tempting. Okay, but I think I will just discard 2 cards.
Okay.
I'll discard a Deranged Hermit and an Aquarian Ranger.
Okay. And
pretty tempting though.
No, I'm done.
Okay. It's a good question. So do I take? It will be 6 damage. I guess that's a lot, but I feel like I'm kind of in an okay spot. Guess I'll. So you're at 6. I'll play it safe. On your end step, I'll return the Acolyte to untap the Master.
Okay.
All right, untap, and we'll put some triggers on the stack same way. So Masticore, then the Squee, then your Racks. So this time I do have only 2 cards in my hand, so I'll take 3 damage.
Okay.
Then I'll return the Squee to my hand from my graveyard.
Yep.
And then I will discard. A Quirion Ranger.
Okay.
And I'll go to my draw set now.
Yep.
And yeah, let's attack with the Masticore.
Okay. Before you have 4 mana, I'm going to animate Factory.
Okay.
And block.
Okay. I have no effects.
Okay.
Then I will cast the Multani's Acolyte.
Yep.
And draw a card.
Yep.
Then I will cast a Birchlar Ranger.
Okay.
And I'll tap the Ranger and the Acolyte to add a green.
Sure.
I'll return the Acolyte to my hand to untap the Birchlar Ranger.
Okay.
And then I will play a Fintorn Elf.
Okay.
And then I will pass the turn.
Okay. You have how many cards now?
I have 2.
Okay. Draw. Yeah, let's go to game 2.
Okay. Kind of a slow hand for you.
It was a weird keep. It was very borderline. slightly flooded, but
just right into my wife asking about dinner. Can you get started on the dinner? No.
Just have to win one more game.
I said probably no more than 30 minutes.
We'll see.
But I'm okay. I'm glad it's best of 3 then. So
yeah.
All right, we'll get rid of that. Yes. Yeah, we'll try that. Yeah, I really wasn't expecting Masticore to have a huge impact on the first game, so I was really thrown off with my sideboard options because I know you have like some null rods in there, which I think you have null rods in there.
I don't have any null rods.
Oh, okay.
You have a couple though, I think, right?
I have null rods, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
But I was thinking like, oh, maybe he'll try to have something good against Masticore now, which might throw up like how I anticipated sideboarding would go.
Yeah, sometimes a 4/4. Sometimes a 4/4 is all you need.
Yeah, I'm glad you only had one Mishra's Factory. That could have really slowed things down, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I kept a hand with like, I think I had like 2 forests and a cradle or 3 forests and a cradle. And I'm thinking, yeah, I guess I need to make sure I hit my land drop.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I kept a kind of shaky hand, then I just kept drawing racks and lands.
Yeah, rack I'm not too afraid of with all these return to hand effects.
Yeah. That's a good point.
I mean, don't get me wrong, it can still be really bad, especially if you have like the bottomless pit. But if you don't have bottomless pit, then
there was one point there that
I'm mostly just discarding.
I think if I top decked the Chain of Smog at one point, I was going to be able to hit you to 9, but possibly.
Yeah.
Hey Rob, I had a similar situation to you where you were saying you folded and saw like a car fly up, and you were like, what's gonna happen to us? I had a Gaddock Teague that was gonna get autographed, and for whatever reason, I had it in like the bathroom. No water related problems.
Okay.
So I'm holding it.
Poop related problem.
Nothing related to needing to be in the bathroom, but it was just where I happened to be. Somehow it slipped out of my hand, like flew up in the air 2 feet, slid down the wall and slid behind the vanity in the bathroom. I was like, damn it!
Oh no.
So I have to remodel the bathroom if I want to ever get that card out.
Oh wow.
Oh man.
It was so tight. It was like, just wide enough to get one card in a sleeve and like and another sleeve.
That sounds horrible.
I was like, no.
One time I was playing Magic at the kitchen table with my mom, and I cast an Ancestral Recall.
Yep.
And it slid across the table somehow on like a pocket of air or something.
Yep.
And slid straight into the cat's water dish.
Oh
no.
It came out relatively unscathed, actually, surprisingly. It was only in one sleeve, but yeah. The perils of kitchen table magic.
I was going to say, I think the best part about this story was you were playing with your mom.
No, my mom used to play a little bit, yeah.
I'd love to hear the stories about like Chaos Orbs that did some weird flip and.
Yeah. Did you see them doing the like crazy flip in Vegas like 2 years ago? I think it was a it was a side event, and they had to like, it was something crazy, like you had to stand on top of a table and flip it from like that height. So it was like a 6 to 7 foot drop, and it was shifted like 5 feet in front of you or something stupid.
I'll do 3-1-2.
3-1-2. Okay. Yeah, do the same.
Okay.
Good luck, guys. I just like jumping in with random stupid stories.
Thanks. No, I love it.
I like hearing random stupid stories.
Yeah, I know. Hearing your stuff was hilarious too.
Lightens the mood a little.
Yeah, exactly.
7.
I'm actually going to be on display. This is the first time I've chosen to be on the play this entire tournament.
Oh man, the elf fear is real. Okay, well then
Let's see.
yeah, I'm all right.
Another tough one. I'm gonna send this one back.
All right, 1 less discard spell.
Didn't even have any discard spells in that one.
1 fewer discard spells.
Yeah.
I never use that. I never use that word right. I always say less, and then there's always somebody who's like, "It's not less." I think that's correct.
No, you're right. Yeah, but for some reason at the grocery store they say 15 items or less. That's for like the express checkout, which is kind of. I guess that works. But it's like
shorter if it's on that like glowing box
yeah.
that you can the light inside.
All right.
Oh man, the other day I saw like a street light, you know, with the red and the yellow and the green. You've seen those before, right?
I think that's
and it opened up, and I could see that the front was like just a lens, like a colored lens. And it really like made me disappointed because I thought the bulbs were actually colored.
Wow.
That was really a big letdown, you know. You could just put the middle one on top.
Okay.
See, the part I enjoy about watching people play is as soon as I saw the Burst Slower Ranger, I'm like, do I have that? Check my list. Nope. So I'll go pull my comments box from Onslaught and look while you guys play.
So stock up on these cards before they spike.
Yeah.
It can be really good with in Legacy Elves too.
Mm-hmm.
The Birchlore guy. Yeah, he's like a more versatile heritage druid.
Mm. Good luck, guys. So shut up.
Thanks. Well, feel free to chime in.
I'm good.
I will keep this.
Okay.
I will put back one of these cards. Put back that one.
Okay.
I'm going to start with a factory and a rack.
You got
Pass
it.
to you.
All right, I'll draw. Yeah, I'll start with a forest and a Wirewood Symbiote.
Okay.
And then I'll pass the turn.
Draw. Play a swamp. And Innocent Blood.
Suicidal Insects.
Go ahead. Technically, it's you sacrificing them, I think. But...
Oh yeah. for the greater good.
Yes.
I'll play a Priest of Titania. pass the turn.
Okay. Draw. I will Chain of Smog you.
I thought you were gonna do that. All right. Let's. My hand's pretty good, but it's not great after I run out of cards. All right. Well, I'll get rid of an Elvish Spirit Guide.
Okay.
That's definitely going to cut. And yeah, I'll get rid of a Llanowar Elf. I'm not gonna copy the spell.
Okay. Sounds good. Pass to you.
I have 3 cards in hand, so I'm safe this turn. And then I'll draw. Ooh, I like that card. All right, I'll play Quarian Ranger.
Sure.
I will tap the priest for 2.
Okay.
And return a forest to untap the priest. Play a forest, tap the priest for 2 more, and cast a Masticore.
Okay.
Then I will cast another symbiote. I don't know if you can see everything on my screen.
I can, yeah.
Just move stuff over here. And then I will...
You didn't play 2 lands that turn, did you?
no, it's my... I played the... Hold on, let me think. No, I played the priest last turn. So that cost 2.
You're right. Okay, yeah, just making sure.
That's okay. I'll use dice on the guys.
Oh yeah, I
instead,
missed the land drop. Yeah, I missed
land
land drop. That's why I was thinking it was.
Just wondering if I should. Yeah, I'll return the Quarian Ranger to untap the priest. Okay. And then I'll play the Quarian Ranger again.
Okay.
And then I will pass the turn.
Alrighty. Draw. I will Dark Ritual.
Okay.
I'll play Bottomless Pit. No, sorry. I'll play Nether Spirit.
Nether Spirit. Yep. You got it.
And I will play a Curse Scroll.
Okay.
And then I'll pass to you.
On your end step, I'll tap the priest for 2, and then I'll return a forest and 2 again, and I'll shoot your Nether Spirit with the Master twice. Okay, I'll untap. Mastercore on the stack first, and then your rack. So I do take a damage, and then I'll discard a forest to the Mastercore.
So that leaves you with 2 cards, or?
Yeah, I have 2 cards. That's correct. I'm gonna attack you for I think a lot.
Looks like a lot, yeah.
Yeah. For 5, 6, 7. Then I will.
I have
How many cards do you have in your hand? Okay. Then I'll return a forest to untap the priest. And I'll replay the forest. And then I will. Then I'll tap the priest for 2. I'll use the symbiote, returning the Quarian Ranger to untap the priest. And then I'll replay the Quarian Ranger. And then I pass the turn.
Upkeep, I'll trigger another spirit. Draw. Play a swamp. I will. Let's see. So many bouncing elves. So you can return an elf to untap any creature.
Yep. Or return a forest to untap any creature.
I guess I'm going to scroll the Priest of Titania, naming bottomless pit.
Sure, I'll respond. I don't think you have to name the card, even though I already knew what you had until resolution.
I'm not sure about
Just a
that.
heads up. Okay, I thought it was upon resolution.
I'm not sure.
Anyway, I'll tap 2.
Yeah.
Then I'll Then I'll tap the forest for green. I'll return the forest. So I have 3. We'll go to 5.
Yep.
And we'll shoot the Nether Spirit twice.
Okay.
And then I'll return the priest to my hand to untap the Massacre.
Okay. And I'll pass.
And I'll also Emerald Charm. Oh no, not Emerald Charm. Naturalize. I guess I shouldn't have revealed so much. But yeah, we're gonna kill the curse scroll.
Sure. Yep.
Do I have enough? Hold on, maybe I don't have enough. Let me just count. I had 2, 4, 5.
You said 5 at one point.
No, I don't think I have enough actually.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I can't do that. Sorry.
Okay. You can Emerald Charm the curse scroll.
No, I can't. It's only oh, I guess I would untap it. Yeah, you're right. I could. Okay, then it lives. Okay, I'll untap.
Yeah.
Stack the triggers. I have 4 cards in hand though.
Okay.
I'm guessing the Emerald Charm is not so hot. But why do I have you at 12? I hit you for. I have you at 12 and you're at 13. I'm just trying to look over the life totals. So you took 2 from.
I might be wrong. Yeah. So did I take 1 from a priest early on or something?
I hit you for 7.
Yeah, I know you hit me for 7. Did you hit me with a priest before that or something?
I don't know actually. I think we'll go with
I think you're right.
Your life.
I know. I'm really not.
No. I know it's wrong. It was me. You're
really?
at 13.
Okay.
I'm at 19. I had taken a life point off of you for the rack. Sorry about that.
No problem.
Okay, but now I have to discard to Mastercore.
Okay.
And in this case, I think I will get rid of the Emerald Charm.
Okay.
And I'll draw for my turn.
Yep.
So I will attack you for 6 this time.
Yep, I go to 7.
I'll play a forest for my turn.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess I'll return the Ranger to untap the Mastercore.
Okay.
And then I'll just replay the Ranger.
Okay.
And then I'll pass the turn.
Okay, upkeep. I'll trigger another spirit. And also during my upkeep, I'm going to scroll something. I'm going to scroll. What would you suggest?
Yeah, I would suggest you as a target. I'm biased though.
I'll scroll the symbiote, naming bottomless pit.
Okay. Naming bottomless pit. Okay. Yep. It's dead.
Okay. Then I'll draw. And I'll pass to you.
Okay. Untap. Upkeep. I have 3 cards in hand,
okay.
So I take no damage. On the upkeep, I will discard the Priest of Titania and draw. All right. I'll tap a forest, and then I'll return the forest.
Yep.
And then play the forest. And then cast Naturalize on your curse scroll.
Okay, that resolves.
And then I guess it doesn't matter too much. Yeah. Yeah, I guess I'll pass a turn.
Okay.
I don't want to gamble that much.
Draw. You have how many cards in hand?
I have 2.
2.
1 second. Go ahead. Oh, they're in the bread cabinet in the back on the top shelf. Go ahead. Sorry about that.
I'm gonna funeral charm you to discard a card.
Okay, I will discard a Llanowar Elf.
And then I'm gonna funeral charm you to discard a card.
I'm very tempted to return the forest, but I won't. I'll discard him with Tenny's Acolyte.
All right, I'll pass to you.
It's very dangerous for me to do this. And you have an infinite blocker.
Yeah.
Like the question is, am I going to draw a squee off the top of my deck? Because then it's actually not so bad. I'm wondering how many outs I have. Yeah, go ahead. I don't know. Oh, I think there's one in the living room, actually, on the floor. Yeah, that kid was like moving cans around. I think I will take my chances with the top of my deck instead.
Right.
So I will take I'll take 3 from the rack here.
Yep. Okay.
And I'll draw. And it's not what I was expecting. And I guess I'll pass the turn then.
Okay. I'll draw. I'm just going to play the bottom.
Play that pit?
Yep.
You got it. So you can stack them, so I discard first, right?
Yeah, I can put the rack on the first and then the pit. So go ahead.
Understood. I'll discard a Skystar Poacher and then take 3.
Okay.
And then I'll draw for my turn. All right, I'll play a Fyndhorn Elf.
Okay.
And yeah, return a forest and just replay the forest.
Okay.
And yeah, then I pass the turn.
Okay. Untap, upkeep, I discard. I have 1 card. Discard another spirit.
Oh, now I got to kill that other one. All right.
Yeah,
let's do it.
Now's your chance.
Now I keep you off of playing your pucks.
Draw. I'm gonna pass to you.
Okay. I'll take 3 damage.
Okay.
And draw a card. And you have a lot of blockers. So I will cast another Quirion Ranger.
Okay.
And I'll just return to the forest to play it again.
Okay.
And pass the turn.
Upkeep, I'll trigger another spirit. And then discard my...
Oh, yeah, you can get it back. Ooh.
My Innocent Blood, yeah.
Yeah, you got it.
Yep. Draw. I will play a swamp and pass.
I'll take 3.
Yep.
And draw. Okay, I'll play a Priest of Titania.
Sure.
And then turn a forest to untap the Fyndhorn Elf and play the land.
Yep.
And pass the turn.
Okay. Draw. Swamp and pass.
Okay, I'll take 3 again. And draw a card. And I'll play Guy's Cradle.
That's a lot of manas.
It's a lot of mana. I will pass the turn.
Draw. Pass to you.
I'll go to 1 and draw a card. And it is not going to help me here. So let's go to the next game.
Okay. Could you win there with Kamal?
All right.
Probably not.
There was a high prop. I think I could have won with Kamal there.
Really? Yeah, maybe.
That was, I think that was
probably actually.
Had that out. And I had access to for 8, 12, 16, 17 mana. So I can cast him. I would go to, I could overrun twice and attack with three guys. So I think it was
I think that would do it.
15. So 15, and you could take absorb 2, 4, 7.
Yeah.
So you take 8. So it was lethal.
Wow.
Yeah, that would have been a cool draw. I was really hoping it just survival that game. That would have maybe got me out of this.
Yeah, that never showed up.
Mess.
I guess. Yeah.
No, you can't depend on it, but
no,
it is nice when it happens.
Yeah.
But it doesn't always happen. So
yeah.
Let's try being on the play. I think I have to think about this a little differently.
Yeah. Well, my apologies to your wife.
Oh, that's okay. I mean,
going to game 3.
It's fine. Yeah.
I think I'm keeping
this is a tricky one. So I think we'll go like this. Yeah, I was. I mean, I know you play 2 or 3 of that Nether Spirit. He can be. He saved you that time.
Yeah.
Like, I think you saved 2 attacks at least with it. So.
Yeah, definitely getting the priest off the board was key because you could just keep shooting another spirit. But.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. It was the priest that was really keeping me in the game.
Yeah.
I didn't have many cards in my hand.
It's
ironic that if I had. Go ahead.
It's so hard to figure out which elf to kill sometimes.
Oh yeah, it's just ironic that if I had made you discard the bottomless pit with the Chain of Smog, maybe I would have been better off.
That's interesting. Yeah, I would have discarded the Nether Spirit there, and at that point I didn't actually have a way to cast it. I taught the Dark Ritual to actually cast it.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of hoping to.
Hey, this card is too good. Let's make it 2 black and 1.
Yeah. It doesn't have flying though, which.
Oh, then it would be really good.
Yeah, it seems like it should. And James, my last opponent, James, thought it did.
He's just a sloth, right? So.
What's that?
He's not flying. Yeah. He looks like a sloth.
It does actually. Yeah.
That's why. Because he's so slow to win the game.
That's right. I think nowadays most spirits fly, but things were a little different back in the day.
Oh, that's true. All right, let's see if this is any better.
Oh, sorry. I just automatically cut myself.
Oh, it's not a big deal.
I'll do 2, 3, 1 for you.
2, 3, 1. Yeah, you can do the same.
Okay. 2, 3, 1.
Okay, good luck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's an interesting hand. And I guess I'll keep.
This is a super risky keep. I'm gonna try it.
Okay. I'll start with a forest and pass.
Okay. I'll draw. I will play a swamp and a curse scroll.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I'll draw. I'll play a second forest and a survival.
Nice.
And pass the turn.
Draw. Let's see. I'll play a wasteland. I will play a powder keg.
Okay.
And pass to you.
Untap and draw. All right. I will play a land and a let's go with Thinhorn Elf.
Sure.
And pass the turn.
Okay. Untap, upkeep, put a counter on the keg. Draw. Okay, I'm gonna Dark Ritual.
Okay.
And 2 black floating, I'll duress you.
All right. I will show a Deranged Hermit, a Masticore, a Guy's Cradle, and a Forest.
Okay. Yeah, I figured I wouldn't be able to take anything. So with the 2 black and 1 more, I'll cast Engineered Plague.
Yep.
Name Elf.
Sure.
And pass to you.
I just want to check my sideboard for 1 second.
Okay.
Just want to see. I mean, I guess I'm going to survival anyway, but I want to make sure that I discard the right one. Oh, that's tricky. Okay. I would like to discard a Masticore.
Okay.
We'll get a Squee.
Yep.
And then I'll discard the Squee.
Yep.
To get, what do I have in my hand? Okay. We'll get another Squee.
Okay.
Try to stay out of discard range.
Yeah.
Now I'm wishing I had that mountain.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, right. I guess you can actually cast that.
It would be horrible.
Yeah.
One or 2?
Top.
1 on top?
Yep.
Okay. All right. So I'll return the Squee to my hand on my upkeep.
Yep.
And draw. And then I will play Forest. I'll discard a Squee.
Okay.
And I'm going to get Utabi Orangutan.
Okay.
And I'll cast it.
Sure.
How many cards do you have in your hand?
I have 3 right now.
All right, let's hit the curse roll.
Okay.
Okay, and then 1 and 2.
1 on top.
Sure. I'll pass its turn after that.
Let's see. Upkeep. Yeah, I'll put a counter on the keg.
Okay.
And draw. Well, it's not exactly the best. I'll play the rack.
Okay.
And go ahead.
Okay. On tap. I have 4 cards in hand.
Okay.
So we'll stack the Squee and then the rack. So I'll return Squee to my hand.
Yep.
And draw a card. Okay. Play a Wirewood Symbiote.
Sure.
And then I'll play a Gaia's Cradle.
Yep.
And I'll cast the Deranged Hermit, who will die immediately.
Yeah.
But I get some squirrels.
Yep.
And then I'd like to attack you for 2 damage.
Yes, sir. I'll take 2.
And then I'll pass the turn.
Okay. Upkeep. I'll take up the keg again. Draw. That's interesting. That is tough. I'm gonna have to wasteland the cradle.
That seems good.
Yeah, I'm gonna blow the keg for 3.
To kill my sex monkey?
Yes, I'm sorry.
You got it.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast this Innocent Blood because that's not getting much better.
It's going to 3 squirrels.
Yep. And I will pass to you.
Sure. Untap and draw. I will attack for 4 damage.
Yep, I go to 14.
I'll Emerald Charm your Engineered Plague.
Nice.
Then I'll discard the Squee.
Yep.
To get a Quirion Ranger and cast it.
Yep.
I'm gonna survival again this turn. So
Okay.
I will survival, discard the Squee to get a. I think I'll get a Priest of Titania.
Okay.
One and 2.
1 on top.
Sure. Then I'll return a forest to untap the. Yeah, we'll untap the insect.
Yep.
And then I'll play the forest and cast the priest and pass the turn.
Okay. I'll draw. How many cards in hand now?
I have 1.
Okay. Play a wasteland. Pass to you.
Sure. On tap. The squeeze on the stack and then the rack. So I take 2 damage.
Okay.
And then I'll return the squeeze.
Yep.
1, 2. And draw for my turn. All right. I will start by discarding a squee.
Yep.
Getting a Multani's Acolyte.
Okay.
One and 2.
1 on top.
Sure. I will cast the Multani's Acolyte and draw a card.
Yep.
Then I will discard the squee, the second squee.
Okay.
I'll get a Elves Champion.
Okay.
And then I will tap the priest for 3 and cast it.
Okay.
1 and 2.
1 on top.
Sure. So priest is tapped. Then I will return a forest to untap the priest.
Okay.
Tap the priest for 4.
Yep.
Then I will return the Acolyte to my hand to untap the priest.
Mm-hmm.
Play the Acolyte, go to 2 mana.
Yep.
And draw a card.
Okay.
And this has been used now, and so is this. Then I will attack you for 2, 4, 5 damage.
Okay.
6, 7, 8 with the squirrels.
Yep. I'll go to 9. Oh, 8.
Okay.
8 damage.
Have you? Yeah.
Okay.
This should be.
That's 6.
Okay.
Okay.
Then I will pass 4. I'll play a land. I don't know if I played a land. I don't think I did, but it's okay. I'll pass the turn.
Okay. Yeah, you probably got
I won't.
one. Yeah. Yep. Good games.
Good games. You had another plague.
I did have another plague. Yeah.
I just saw you when you showed. But I had the champion, and I could have fetched up a Caller of the Claw that turn too. So I think once the survival was in play,
once survival
really
was in play,
without a good hand.
Really not much. I mean, the dystopia. If I can get you to know creatures, and then dystopia is my only out to survival, really.
And I had Masticore and Deranged Hermit when you dressed me, and I was like, all right, let me look at my sideboard. My sideboard was like, I was like, should I which one do I discard? Because my sideboard was the other Masticore, the Kamal,
Ah,
a deranged hermit, and the other hermit. So it was like my only. I
yeah.
was like, what are the odds of that?
Wow.
But it worked out in the end.
Yeah. Yeah. Survival is pretty much all you really need. Yeah. I kept that hand off of. I had turn 1 Ritual Engineered Plague, which isn't really
Mhm.
like backbreaking against your deck. But I wanted you to play a turn 1 Elf, and you didn't even play into my plans, and then turn 2 Survival. Yeah.
Oh, I had considered it because I had Elvish Spirit Guide and Emerald Charm in my hand, but I was like, that's
Okay.
kind of stupid. Like I'm not gaining that much off of that play instead of just drawing a card and casting Emerald Charm for 1 mana.
Okay. So yeah, so you had it all rolled up there.
Yeah, my hand was pretty solid, and I drew the survival. No, the survival. My opening hand was like this. It was like survival, Masticore, deranged hermit, and like 4 lands.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, oh, okay, I'll just try it. And I remember I played a land, and then my next turn I drew the Llanowar Elf, and I was like, oh, there's a Llanowar Elf.
Yeah, I guess I probably need to duress there, I guess, to be on the safe side.
Yeah, it's really tricky because you're either hitting like anti-sideboard cards or survival. But the problem is survival is so impactful in the matchup that I think you're forced to keep it in because you just kind of lose to it. Or you have to, I don't know if it's correct, but you have those the cards that discard, not discards, the ones that exile the squeeze out of my graveyard. That might be worth it.
Yeah, I kept in. Yeah, my sideboarding, I honestly wanted to bring in like my whole sideboard against you, and I honestly didn't really want to take out any cards out of the main deck, so that was hard.
Glad you. When I was looking at the cyber matchup, it looked like it was really hard for you to, like, what do you cut when you want to put in all these cards?
Yeah,
and there's not a lot of good trade-offs there.
Yeah, I think I probably boarded really badly. I mean, I did leave in the one Darkseam Furnace, but
the Furnace is good. Wait, but Furnace is only like 1 time if you want to choose the card, right? Otherwise, it's the bottom or the top, or I choose.
No,
he chooses, and it's a cantrip, right?
The non-cantrip ability is just tap exile the bottom card of target player's library.
But then if you pop it, it's choose any card, draw
a
card.
Choose a card, draw a card. Yeah. I guess I could have brought in the purges, maybe 1 or 2. Yeah, but I wanted Spinning Darkness, even Bridge. But yeah,
Bridge is interesting.
Okay. Yeah, Bridge isn't that bad. I mean, because I brought in 3 naturalize, 2 Emerald Charm, which don't kill Bridge, but I brought in a Crumble, which kills the Bridge, and I have an Utabi Orangutan, which kills the Bridge. So I'm not super worried about the artifacts. It's more just like, running out of cards, like where I get stuck in this
it's really
prison element.
It's survival or bust kind of. I mean, you can win without it, but.
So Andy, your main ways of getting rid of enchantments, just the basic discard package plus Dystopia?
Yeah, mono black, baby. That's
it's like
not a lot of enchantment.
I know, I'm trying to think what random stuff. There's probably something in Legends that's like
maybe
like curse enchantment or
Phyrexian something, but I think that only kills artifacts.
There's something
there's an artifact one.
Artifacts,
there's cursed artifact. But
I mean, Powder Keg is pretty good against artifacts.
Yeah, but not enchantments to get around like survival.
Nope.
I would probably put maybe Cursed Totem because survival is it's good. It's clearly a lot better when I have like 7 or 8 mana each turn.
Yep.
And you left the Unmask in the sideboard. I probably would have brought that in. I think. I'm really greedy though because I think once my hand is empty, if I don't have a survival, it's hard for me to come back. But
well,
so it really comes down to like the first 2 turns.
Yeah, I mean to put in more like removal and board wipes and stuff, I had to take out some discard. That was kind of just the compromise I had to make.
I'm being told it's dinner time now, so this worked out very well for me. And
perfect timing.
And now I think I owe my wife.
Okay. Yep. Good luck.
Have a good night, and thanks for the games.
Yep. Thank you.
Later, guys.
Have a good night. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks, Andy.